Mm-hmm. Hang on. Just like that. Just need to set this up. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hello. So, I just want to actually point out one of the things that I don't approve, and I'm not gonna be happy about it, but just hear me out on this, all
Lucky
right?
Mouse says, woof.
Just hear me out, all right? So, there is an artist that eventually, or pretty much, there's my friend that simply called out to get onto a case of an artist being accused of literally making AI stuff. So let me go ahead. Okay, so where is it? Let me just find the so. Ah, I think I have the channel over here. So there we go. There we go. Aha. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. Mm-hmm. So there has to be something. Okay. And I still remember that um, there is actually a channel by that name. Okay, so let me just scroll down again, and there it is. All right. And I'm almost there. And there it is. All right. So let me just see. So, boom. Open new tab. Okay. Let me just go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. If I'm gonna be able to make everything not just plausible or eventually looking like something dumb, but I will just tell you something that is really, really not into the style of my personal liking when it comes up to the artists and everything. Okay, there we go. Boom. I just want to tell you. So there is an artist that literally got her entire thing eventually onto a bit of a crash, especially after what happened. So let me move my avatar a little bit to the side. So this is the person that we're gonna be eventually getting into. Uh, a bit of a side note, yeah. I got my model's nails colored colored black because just wanted. That's one thing, but let's get serious right now. You might be eventually thinking that this is anything but normal. I'm telling you, this is actually an impersonator of the real person. So pretty much there is. I actually don't want to showcase the arts of the real artist right here. Oh, yeah, I don't want to actually showcase the real arts of the like the arts of that person, the real person, that being Drosami on her own character to a Discord user known as Sengio. Like, he simply asked on July 13th, that being almost 2 months ago, like, question, do you have a full body portrait of or pretty much character rep sheet for Drosami? She eventually like sent a little bit of that. They're like, awesome, thank you. Do you have a Safer Watch full body pick by chance? No, I don't do SFW, like never. Maybe this, and there's like a bit of uh, like sort of an art style, like a bit of a like comic sort of a thing, where there's a character that is getting into her, you can say, top to eventually like get some hands on, and that person is like, okay, thank you. Just wanted to ask, and like they're getting three pictures on a thing like thoughts, and then there's like a picture of that artist's character Drosami eventually laying in bed in a, yeah. Wait a second. I know I'm gonna be like sounding kind of dumb, but please don't get me issued. But yeah, there is an art of like her character that being Drasami in a bathrobe, and then two art of her same character eventually showing the peace signs with her hands on a beach, on a coast, on the coast of a beach, eventually like having a wonderful time, just maybe for a bit of a selfie or something. To which, on the next day, she eventually says, "Oh, they look cool." And then on the next one, I'm eventually seeing it. She eventually says, "Wait, please tell me, like right now, I think I'm gonna be able to showcase this for you, but a little bit on a better sort of a note." Let me go ahead and do this. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just like this. There we go. So eventually there's like thoughts. Oh, they look cool. Wait, please tell me you didn't use AI. You dare not? Need your PayPal email. I'll do a refund. You have 24 hours to reply back, or I'll cancel your commission anyway, and no refunds will be given. I don't know why you did this, but I hate AI generated stuff. And especially now that you used to that without my consent, my pics for ah, and specific, especially now that you use without my consent my pics for that. No worries, found your PayPal email and gave you a refund. You're permanently blacklisted from me from now on. I'll keep my email open for 72 hours. If you want to say anything else after that period, all comms will be terminated permanently. Thanks for ruining my vacations. So I'm really understanding this person. It's pretty much it was pretty much towards her best of the happiness that there would be at least someone with a very nice art style that would simply be going ahead and trying their best to like depict the character that is right over here, like getting everything nicely and like making their time eventually used with a big amount of yeah, and use their time to get a bit more of beauty into the details. But it seems like we got ourselves an interesting case of an AI generating person that eventually just doesn't care for anything. They just use the material that is being given to them and they simply ruin the expectations of other people. I don't want to be like mean for the I don't want to be mean for this Senjo guy, but dude, I think you eventually misunderstood any sort of a thing about like, can you give me a character like a full body picture or a character rep sheet for the character first? You didn't actually have to do that because you pretty much didn't tell her that you were into the AI stuff. That actually puts you into a bit of shame because literally just understand me. I know that I'm like a little bit onto like AI stuff, like just a slight bit, but I don't condone on getting any sort of AI eventually like used so that there would be a lot of profit from it. I just don't think that this person has ha yeah, I don't think that this person has to
Nico
eventually
Noko has
get
rated you. Commence
anything
defense protocol.
over the entire over the entire what's it called? Yeah, over the entire like
Nico
profit
Noko
and
says, yo
happiness and,
How goes the yapping?
and yeah, like I don't see
Abyss
why
says,
this
you'll see.
entire thing gets into the mind of a person that just wants to be very popular. You want yourself to, um, yeah, you want yourself to go ahead and make something with your hands, then go ahead and make it so that it would be at least even more plausible to the context of the overall art. Don't use art open much like don't use any other's content so that you would be getting yourself oh, I'm really sorry for that, but yeah, don't use any sort of artist's art, and I'm actually getting it to AI artists. If you're gonna be getting anything like that, at least keep your um yeah, at least keep yourself to the yeah, keep yourself at bay, you can say. Keep yourself at bay, and please just understand there is not a lot of people that will be eventually liking something like this. Not all the people eventually listen, but I will be just getting myself onto a bit more of the yeah, I will be getting myself onto like I know you're gonna be eventually probably using that mail, but I condone you to not. Yeah, I eventually don't condone on like getting anyone bullied or anything. And then, like, as you can see, the situation got itself into a very interesting sort of a turn, because Sengio, after I think it was pretty much on the same day, but he says, just got home. I'm very sorry I didn't know you dislike AI. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I thought I was doing a nice thing. Please don't let this ruin your vacation. I will be home all night now. If you wanted to talk, I'll be here. And then I think, oh, and I'm guessing that this is Drasami's, yeah, this is Drasami's server's like rules or something to be eventually understood. Yeah, like that server, it must be that. Be respectful, yeah, pretty much everything normal. Keep conversation civil, do not use needlessly harsh language. Yeah, pretty much like no attack or call out people who have opinions that differ from yours, which is pretty much what I tend to keep myself on to doing so that I wouldn't hurt anyone. No offensive messages, nicknames, or profile pictures. Yeah, pretty much that's gonna be also on a very big hit for those people. No spam, yeah, understandable. And as you can see, pretty much AI generated art is strictly forbidden. And also, as you might have seen, as we got onto the case, let me just pop that window capture again. So let me just pop this up. Yeah, as you can see right over here, let me just pull that up right here. There we go. Yeah, as it's stated in one of the rules, well, that sort of art or war involving feral creatures is forbidden. Let me put that away. What do we see eventually get onto a person that eventually made that channel? First of all, they joined on July 31st, so I'm guessing that this is actually the Sengio. So I'm really guessing that this is Sengio eventually trying to get at least somewhat sort of a message to the real Drasami. But I really condone you to go ahead and make that person eventually get into a very big I'm not condoning to eventually like do that, but please go ahead and mock this character or pretty much this person for what they did to a normal artist. Real art has to be eventually made with hands and with mind, not by using a machine. Like as you can see, like absorbed, and I'm guessing there is one of the arts that eventually depicts that. That's sort of a day comic early. Muzan absorbs Drasami, like Drasami is followed by monster animation. It's not an animation actually. This is actually what I don't like about this overall sort of a thing, because as we can pretty much see, this got her onto an entire, you can say, rebellion over this person, because really this was all like interesting for me and very horrible, because a true artist, a normal person that just does their work, I know I'm eventually getting myself a lot of people that eventually like say, oh please, would you like to get a profile picture or maybe an art or maybe an overlay? Yes, I understand that you want to get yourself very promoted, but please, if I will ask, then do it. Don't get me pushed. and don't get anyone pushed if they cannot afford it. Yeah, if pretty much they cannot afford it, or if they cannot like get themselves anything but by themselves, if they are knowing uh, what kind of an art they're doing, or pretty much if they can make something like that, if they are enough into streaming, and if they know how to get the art sort of a business eventually onto their hands, and how to eventually do that. But as you can see here, was the AI rule always there? Because I honestly don't remember reading that. Sorry, but at least only 2 people have seen them. You and me. It's still a mistake, and I apologize. Would you like to talk? Because I would like to clear the air. Like, as you can see, like she's got herself very angry on that. I deeply hate AI stuff. A true fan, like fan of my work would know this. I have said it several times in my server and publicly. You shouldn't have you shouldn't have deceived me like that. If you only were more transparent and said beforehand for what you wanted beforehand what you wanted the pics for, we could have sorted out things, and I would have, of course, said no. But we could have prevented. We could have, but we could prevent all this situation. Yeah, but I wanted it to be a surprise. That's why I never said anything, and I don't go on Discord as much as I should. So AI, um, so I had no idea. I know it's not an excuse, but it was just a mistake because of my ignorance. And then she eventually replies, my refund is final. I won't work with you again. This is a direct violation to my trust. Now I have to live with the awful sensation that my art and pics now, yeah, now I have that my art and pics are integrated in the generative model of the
Lucky Mouse says,
AI you
did they
used,
have a good
and
vacation?
I doubt it can be reversed. I'm deeply sad because of this, beyond being absolutely mad with you. I'm very sad. I was having a rough time mentally, so I had this opportunity to have an escape, a small break, vacations, and this kind of thing ruins my mood. I can't let this pass and forget. My mind doesn't work like that, and probably will be a month again to recover. I have autism, and stuff like this, or when people hurt me, it sticks with me for a long time. Actually, I can understand that. I have the same sort of a thing, because if a person hurts me, I actually will remember that, and I will remind them of what they did. Because really, I'm really sorry. I am an autistic person. I still try to get myself coping with some of the issues,
Lucky Mouse
but
says,
I
riz
want
them with tism.
to at least get a lot of support for the real Drasala for the real Drasami over here. I think. Okay, so let me go ahead. Let me hide that for a while, just for a quick one. Okay, so let me go ahead.
Kimi says, hi Yak.
There we go. Okay, so pretty much, let me just showcase this for you. Oh wait, not that one. So it's gonna be, no, not that one. This one. So this is the real Lady Drasami's Twitch channel. She never, as she told me, she never had any sort of YouTube. So I just want to ask you to go ahead and support this wonderful artist, because as you have seen, her art is, though adult, yet it is very, very fantastic. Like, she puts her blood, sweat, and her overall soul over what she's doing. Really, I really want to go ahead and give her a lot of love, so that well, actually not like love in a weird way, but pretty much you understood me. Like, I want to give her a lot of love and support, so that she would at least be seen as a true, yes, so that she would be seen as a true artist, because I don't like that. I don't like that sort of horrible situation that eventually happened to her. Okay. Yeah, it's the basic thing. It's the basic thing. Ask. Just like what I would actually do with the people that just rush to my DMs and ask, like, can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that for you? Oh, it's gonna be that much. It's gonna be that much for an art piece. At least go ahead and ask me. I'm unable to get any sort of that because of a very big problem on my side. So don't go ahead and rush the stuff. Just ask. Do you want to get yourself something on AI base, or maybe you would like a real sort of art? Maybe I could recommend you anyone from who I know. Just go ahead and do that sort of a thing, because real artists have to be promoted more over the AI ones. The AI ones are also like making themselves seen nowadays, but I'm not gonna be selling myself over an art that was simply made with a machine. Never assume stuff from others. You always need to ask for specifically if it's something, especially if it's something related to that crap bullshit, or to that crap bullshit of AI thing. Now I strongly recommend you to try
Kimi
and
says,
revoke or
yeah, but
contact the
these everybody
creators
wants to be an
of the
artist or
page you
programmer.
used that removed my content from the AI model, or I'll need to start thinking in legal actions against you and those
These days
responsible for it.
asterisk.
And I'm not kidding. On which Senjo is simply replying, I don't think your art will stay with the program. In fact, I am almost positive it doesn't, since you have to upload the picture for each new request, so your art is not on there. I'm sorry, but at this point, I don't believe anything you say. My stuff is now on the internet, and this eventually will undermine my income. I need precision and exact terms of service that say what you're saying, and still I won't trust you ever again. You fucked me up big time, and I'll never forgive you for this. So I prefer you shut the fuck up and don't send me. I'll also your I and also don't send me your friends to try to defend you. I'm done talking and I don't want to know anything about you anymore. So before I say more offensive or rude stuff, please leave me alone and don't ever try to contact me. My server already wants to know who was the person who did it, but I'm not that type of person. So leave and forget. That's the only thing you can do right now. I mean, she would at least like go ahead and ask my friend, who's pretty much also her friend, and I would at least get in touch with that a bit earlier, and I would get that sort of a thing eventually touched much earlier than it was. I just really wanted to go ahead and get everything into the not just contact. I wanted to give a bit more. I would give a bit more of the highlight on this sort of an issue. And if anyone will be saying that on this everybody wants to be an artist or programmer on these days, I'm really understanding that you will be able to like be on a programmer or an artist sort of a thing, but understand me, AI is not gonna be able to copy
Kimi
the
says,
true
that guy is such a
exact.
child. Oh, someone
Oh,
did it
pardon
already,
me.
so I can do it too. That's not how it works, like
Like,
WTF.
just understand me. Uh, I just don't condone on getting someone's art and literally turning it into a masterpiece by simply like entering some sort of a prompt and having all sorts of bullshit happening over on the art of nowadays. Because understand me, I don't condone the AI art from now on at all. I don't condone on making that very popular, because you need to actually pay people so that they would make nice art. You need to pay people to eventually make something very professional. I just don't really understand why did this person nicknamed Senjio eventually got themselves into thinking that she would like at least something that is AI generated. Because really, this even this does hurt me at a very high stake, because I really don't like how this person eventually broke the trust of an artist just like that. Like, I don't condone that sort of I don't condone that sort of behavior towards an artist that was putting their blood, sweat, their effort, and all of their soul into the arts. Yet they are going to be eventually mocked by someone that will be literally getting their art sold for cheaper, and that will be literally made within AI. Like, I don't want to be someone that would buy something AI based. I want to actually give money to a person so that they would at least get themselves a very nice time to prepare. I would say no need to rush. Just go ahead, make it as soon as possible. I don't rush you, and I will not. I would eventually tell that to a true artist. Like, I would see their art style, I would do everything like that, but never ask for an AI art, because machinery will never be able to copy an art that is made by a human. It already happened by literally, like, just understand me. There is a painting of Mona Lisa that was put into an AI generator, and you're not going to believe it. AI copied it perfectly. Yet, is it going to be very wonderful to have a person to have your art done? I think it will be much better, considering that that person is going to be much better into the knowledge of what they're doing, of how they're going to be making that sort of an art piece, and how they will be getting themselves into an entire thing. Like, I don't want you to go ahead and harass this wonderful person, Lady Drosama, because really, she has got herself through a very big moment, and I don't want you to go ahead and harass her. Don't you dare to do that. Really, she's
Open
got
the floodgates for
herself
water to the emptiness.
through a lot. So please, just understand her situation, and please give her a lot of love, because no other artist eventually gets love. But just understand me. I don't actually condone a lot of respect towards those that do AI art. Something that would be eventually very controversial. Well, pretty much, like all good things come in threes. Yeah, I don't condone the AI art. Something very controversial and something that is made. I'm really sorry if I'm gonna be saying this on Twitch, but something that is made in a sexual way towards a minor. I'm not gonna be eventually like getting myself protected or eventually like attacked. I don't want myself to be like banned or anything. But understand me, I really want to protect real people, like real artists, but not such three categories: AI artists, controversial artists, or pretty much that sort of artists that eventually draw like you can say not aged uh, kids. You three are eventually gonna be the ache of all normal art nowadays. You will always be like this, as I'm getting it. And pretty much, let's see what we got on the response. But your art is already on the internet, and I have seen AI images of your character before. So I thought it was fine someone clearly did it before I did. And then on her reply over here, he says, if this is how you feel, I will now generate your character out of spite, but this time I'll post the images. I was trying to be nice and you went crazy. It was a mistake, but since you want to be an asshole, I can play that card too. That actually was a very big issue to do that sort of a thing. It was not a very wise thing to do because you are not supposed to do something against the real deal. The real deal will always be getting itself into the truth. The real deal will be eventually getting itself thriving towards the truth and towards the justice. And if you're gonna be getting yourself onto that sort of a person that literally will be generating all of your stuff just out of spite, don't. Go ahead and just delete them and wave them goodbye from your life. Because I'm not gonna be condoning that sort of appreciation. Asshole, just leave me alone, please. Yep, what else would you be called if what else would you call it? You could have told me you didn't like them because they were AI, but instead you removed and blocked me because I could explain myself. I will never give anything to artists again because of you. You can pretty much see that he was very, very desperate on that sort of a thing. And actually, really, let me go ahead and pop this up. Like, whoa, okay, that was weird. There we go. Like, look at this art. Like, this, you're gonna be even unable to see the difference between a real artist and everything. But understand me, this was really made in
Lucky
machine.
Mouse says, WTF is wrong with them?
Just understand this. This was created in a machine, and you would not be telling the thing about that. But actually, there is a very big mistake that the machine is going to be making every single time. Okay, no, not there. Let me just... sad thing that Discord is eventually doing that. But look at the fingernail over here. What do we see here? Black fingernails. I'm guessing that's the Drosami's character's original design. Like, that's understandable. Yeah. But what do we see here? What do we see right here? Right here. Or right here? either a fingernail colored wrong or totally absent. You want yourself any more proof? I'm really sorry, but this is all I have. I'm really sorry, really. Like, look at this. So it's okay, so here it's all normal, but it's way too realistic. Only a machine is gonna be able to do that. And like right over here, like looks like a normal art, like Drosami's character simply relaxing on a nice sofa in a bathrobe. Yeah, everything is very understandable. Like even the atmosphere is very nice. But the details over here are oversimplified, as if it's not enough for you. And look at the fingers. I'm guessing that the Drosami's character does have fingernails. Well, pretty much as we saw, actually. I'm really sorry if I got myself a bit on forgetting. But really, Drosami's character does have fingernails, so pretty much she does have claws, since it's a cat character. Yet what do we see here? No fingernails at all. And there's also, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to be even showing that little thing. Just really, there's an image of Drosami's character literally being... Okay, wait a sec. Let me think about it. Yeah. You might be eventually thinking that it's gonna be normal, but as soon as I saw this, I eventually just went all haywire on the issue. A grown-up character turned child with an AI. And this is another case. Okay, then I was told to give this to you. I hope you figure your brain out. And then she says, delete this. Please. I think I might post it honestly. You went ballistic over nothing and ruined my friend's commission. What do I owe you?
Kimi says,
What do you mean?
This is disgusting.
What do you mean? What do you owe? And also, let me just show this one.
Lucky Mouse says, they belong in hell.
Just look at this. Without my consent as... I think I might post... Yeah, ballistic over nothing and ruined my friend's commission. What do I owe? Without my consent as retaliation? What the fuck is your problem? The only damage you will cause is to you and your friend if you do that. Vengeful art. Jeez. I could say the same to you. He went out of his way to try and be nice. You freaked out, he tried to apologize, and you still went full bitch mode. And for that quote, I doubt that highly you said he fucked up. I doubt that highly you said he fucked up, but that was actually you that did him works all day. He that did his works all day. I don't. I have way more time to make pictures of little Drosami. And just understand this. This eventually went over the entirety of the haywire. Like, look at this. Look at this. A ruffle
Kimi
emote.
Says, yes.
Just a ruffle emote.
They do.
With, just look at this. A ruffle image, open a child ruffle emote over Drosami that was eventually probably like launched from like a swing set or from a couch or something like that onto a branch.
I would shake the soul out of them like crazy.
Literally, this all got into the entire thing. Or just understand this. This was beyond what I would imagine. And understand me, this was literally used in that fake channels, fake YouTube channels, Drosami Absorbed video. I actually watched it and I was terrified until I had my goosebumps over there. And also, I really want you to understand that all of those
Kimi says,
first
that person is childish AF.
and let me just tell you, those three pictures, like 8 screenshots of Senjio, she pretty much said this is how it started, and the pics he did without my consent, and that I
Lucky Mouse
explicitly
says,
say
I want
everywhere
to
that
talk to them
I'm
personally.
against AI, but the guy kept doing it. And after that, like over the thing, like with the now person named Lilith, uh, she eventually said they used several accounts to try to reach me. Also, according to a friend who tracked him down, he's also a known leaker of paid content. And now he's also stalking or harassing a friend of mine too. I'm really sorry for your friend, Lady Drosami. I will not ever condone myself onto getting to that sort of yeah, I will never condone myself onto getting that sort of thing. I will never get myself onto that sort of a thing.
Kimi says,
I really
this should be
will
suable
just
cause it's stealing.
because understand me, this entire thing has to be eventually present in a yeah, it has to be eventually present at the court, or pretty much you can say like I know it's gonna
Lucky
be
Mouse
like
says, I'll take M to court.
E court or maybe like a V court, because I actually personally think that it should be in a V court because like V for virtual. And this is also another interesting thing. This is now from a person known as Lu Jin, and they
Don't
eventually
mess with
say,
people.
and now this is their thing. Are you Lady Drosami? Is this your YouTube channel? I had a feeling this was not done by you. I'm not Drosami, but I'm their friend, and this is an
Kimi
AI
says, and their life,
animation.
or income.
And this is the literal thing. Oh, do you know if Drosami is still on Discord? I mean, as she eventually got herself onto me. Yeah, do you know if Drosami is still on Discord? I just scrolled up and checked. This account was Lady Drosami before, so before. So what did she do to quit Discord and give the account to you? I'm just wondering if there was foul play because this account was for sure same one posting in War Comics server. So if the account was stolen, I would have to report it. This has been my account since I created it. And then there was a blocked message by now on, I think pretty much Ragnar Magic and all of that. Yeah, I think Ragnar Magic, or probably now known as Mayhem 44. So was that you asking for removal of Drasami's work then, and perhaps you should show some proof you're talking to her? I sent the report, by the way. What? Or pretty much, I think this is towards the Ragnar Magic. So pretty much what we can get themselves onto, or pretty much what we can get ourselves onto. There is a group of people that will be constantly changing their nicknames, but their previous nicknames were Sangio, Lilith, and Ragnar Magic. Those, or I don't know about Ragnar Magic, but I'm guessing that the Lady Drosami YT that you eventually saw at the beginning of this stream is actually not a real deal. It's an account. This is an account of a person nicknamed as Ragnar Magic. I would like that person to actually just go ahead and get themselves onto deleting this entire sort of a thing right now, because you will not believe how horrible you made the person to feel. You want a simple, normal, and wonderfully doing artist to eventually go haywire and very broken because you want to violate their space and their personal rules over some sort of an income. I won't actually do that. And I personally tell you, if you will be able to get your mind into a sort of a way that would eventually be somewhere right here, I'm just really wishing you all of the best luck on getting that stuff removed. Because you, Ragnar Magic, Lilith, and Sengio, I'm really sorry to you three, but I am not gonna be sitting around here and simply getting myself onto a personal sort of a behavior. I want all of the artists to be eventually going on, but I want also the same type of people to be doing everything very, very safe for watch, and the art that does not break any sort of law or eventually breaks any sort of terms of service. Because at this moment, I'm actually gonna be just going full on. Yeah, I will be eventually going for a simpler thing, that being, I really would love to right now just go ahead. I'm still gonna, or actually, I will unsub from that channel, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. And boom, there we go. Uh, okay, so let me get this one. Misinformation. And I know it's gonna be like live, not the original
Kimi says,
artists.
Hapic 9 Lizard.
This is not the original artist's channel. I of the original artist that makes great art with their OC channel to be read and read it and to be removed for the sake of a mind test. Yes. There we go. And yeah, I'm really sorry if that person will eventually be taken down or anything, but I really wish that yeah, but I really wish that the true artist, Lady Drosami, should be given a lot of love. I really recommend you to go ahead and support the original creator of this art again, the original one, not the fake ones. Just go ahead, help out the wonderful creators of the art, and please give them a lot of
Kimi
love
says,
and not,
how do you know that is the real one?
and that is eventually gonna be a bit more helpful for yeah, and that will be eventually much more helpful towards the real artist's sake, because really we all gotta be giving the artists like the living, breathing, and eventually those who put their effort into our, we got to get them into our lives, because without them we're not going to be able to see true art that they do, rather than being safe for watch, like, or like everyday activity, to NSFW, which is going to be for people that like that sort of stuff, you know. But yeah, I really want you all to go ahead and support that creator. And also, if anyone will be asking me why, what do I have on behalf of that person, and if that channel is real, in the Discord, on her profile, there is eventually a link that redirects you onto this very same channel. So I'm really, first of all, really sorry for Lady Drosami to get into this situation, and I'm really sorry if you're gonna
Kimi
be
says,
getting yourself
okay.
onto a lot of such people. But you know how it is. The assholes will be still the assholes they are. I don't want myself to get onto a path where I would need to get any sort of a payment towards a very horrible yeah, towards a very horrible artist, that being pretty much the machinery artist. So pretty much that's that for now.